fast you were going.
What? How fast you were going?
I don't know. 10?
8.
Be advised, this is an explicit podcast. If you're easily offended, get your panties twisted into a knot. Leave now. Run to your safe space. Get your little cloth for your tears. All the opinions expressed on this podcast are those of the host and his guest and do not reflect the opinions of any local or government agency. Welcome to Motor Cop Chronicles podcast. I'm your host, the Iceman. Got something different today. I'm going to do the housekeeping. Go like, subscribe if you're on Facebook, YouTube. Hit the bells. You know, we do go live every Wednesday, sometimes extra. Go write a 5-star review. If you do it, I'll shout you out. The last one we had was pretty awesome, so it's going to be hard to top that one, but go give it a shot if you're on Apple. And we'll shout it out. Also coming up, I'm thinking about starting a Patreon. I know I said I would never charge people to listen to me. It's not about that. It's more about I pay for data usage. I don't use a free streaming service. And I've been putting out a lot of stuff. And there is some stuff I like to put out or talk about that I won't hear on here. You have to... On Patreon, it's private, so you have to do that. But I'm still thinking about it. The cheapest one would be $3, and I think the most expensive one would be $10 if I decide to do it. So it's still thoughts in progress. So if anybody does have any opinions or anything else on that, just either send me a message on Facebook or email me or something. Tell me what you think about it. And so, other than that, let's get this shit show started. I have 3, not 1, but 3 guests in the studio today. I'm outnumbered, but don't worry because I have a gun and they have fire hoses. Yes, I have 3 fucking firemen up in here. So it's I caught them all together naked and bribed them to come on the podcast. We have Fluffy, which you've heard me talk about. Fluffy. We got Colin, and we have Sock, or Cum Sock. That's what his name's gonna be. So we'll explain that later. He's pretty much of a pervert, and that's why we can't say where they work at. So let's get them going. We will get them in here with some I don't know. I say applause. Probably not. Nobody claps for firemen, do they? So, yay, firemen are in the house.
That's all you got?
That's all I got.
That's pitiful.
You did catch naked. But...
Yeah, so I did catch them. So, welcome, Fluffy, Colin, and
Sock.
I don't know.
Cum Sock.
We gotta come up with something better.
Yeah,
Cum Sock, all right. Cum Shirt.
No, I don't know.
Bear Belly. Look, let me tell you what. The other night, we had a little get together at Fluffy's house for the granddaughter, and we're still trying to figure out a good nickname for him over here, Mr. Cum Jerk Off, whatever. Smooth Belly. He went to go. He had a date there. He had met at the waxing place. Yes, I did say waxing place. He went to get his stuff waxed, and he chickened out. He was going to have his anal cavity waxed, but he didn't, and he decided to get his chest waxed. Well, he didn't get quite to his chest. They stopped under his titties, and because he just couldn't take the pain no more.
I could not. I got my back waxed a couple days before that, and thought, oh, this isn't that bad. So I went back to go get the front side done, and went from the belt up and stopped right below the nipple line.
So he was like,
Bear belly.
Yeah, he definitely. But he got a date out of it. I don't know how high it's going to work out or anything, but she seemed like a nice girl, so it probably won't work out if she has any common sense whatsoever. she'll date a cop instead of a fireman. But
That's just nurses.
nurses,
Yeah.
who you?
No, cops date
Oh,
nurses.
you don't. I don't say
firefighters
you
date
don't
teachers.
date anybody. You.
Nah.
If there are any single women out there,
Poor man.
Colin is looking for a date. He prefers women about 5'3", approximately 250 to 300 pounds. The bigger fupa, the better. He likes to put hot pockets in them. So
Call him the muff diver.
yes, he loves it. So you send me an email and I'll hook you up.
A free date on the house.
We're not putting any pictures of him up there because he'd never get a date. But he's an ugly bastard. So I'm just saying he's got some mullet thing. I don't know what the fuck that is. What's he got on? He's got a fucking some kind of camo hat on.
Oh, it's Sitka.
He's got
He's got money. He got that Sitka.
he's got a T-shirt from Oz down in New Orleans. That's the gay club.
How do you know?
Because I saw his shirt on and I Googled it.
Oh, you.
Yeah, I Googled it.
Sure
There
it's
was
not from personal experience.
no, it isn't from personal experience. But I did go to Oz one time.
So it's
Hey, now-
from personal experience.
No, I went there one time on a blind date
But-
with this chick, and
Was
it was
she a
great.
chick, though?
It was a girl.
Are you sure?
And I got hit on by this black dude, and she came back up. 'Cause she went to the bathroom, and she grabbed me and kissed me, so I didn't have to break the whole first kiss thing or nothing like that. So it worked out well.
So it's from personal experience. You know what Oz is.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
I'm just making sure
They had a
everybody
pit.
knows.
Must be a cop thing.
I was going to say, it must
Yeah,
be just a
it
normal
is.
day
It
on
is a
duty.
cop thing because we don't shower together like firemen do.
It's okay.
So
Like
I
you
mean,
can be
I
jealous.
know I'm not. Yeah, I don't use soap on the rope. You're like, it's my turn to roll your hose up. That was Colin. That's how Colin talks.
Where's Weasel when we need him?
He's not talking.
No, right?
He's not talking. He's got a big thing in his mouth. I don't know. Take that out your mouth.
It ain't affecting me
It's
nothing.
chaw,
See?
boy.
So anyway, we just pick it on. There's some pretty decent dudes as firemen go. Fluffy's been good so far. I mean, he's dating my stepdaughter and got the grandkid. He knows if he fucks him over, I will probably kill him. So,
You
would
don't
too.
scare
say
me.
it. I don't have to scare you. You don't have to be scared. You don't have to be scared. I just know.
Bulletproof, that's
I
right.
just know. I'm always packing, son. Always packing.
Me too.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Packing down here.
They have seen you. Look, he's got a laser on it. See that shit. Somebody's
Hey, you got-
texting me.
you got yourself
I got
a
me a
text
text, dude.
message.
No, Fluffy's not packing. From what I hear, anyway, they take showers with him, and they call him Tiny sometimes. And
We like to join it like a comparison every night. see
yeah,
who's grown.
they do a little measuring test.
Who stretched it out a little bit further the night before.
They use a Xbox cord.
Look, I know you're jealous. You have to just sit in the car all day. We can sit, lounge, watch TV, couches, play Xbox, PlayStation.
Wait for the police
all
to
the glory.
clear the scene for y'all to respond.
Oh, here we go. Let's thank the second responder, everybody, please.
Yeah. Y'all are all the second responder. So anyway, I know y'all. Besides seeing each other naked, do y'all have any other like naked calls you've been on for Freebird's sake?
Oh, poor Freebird.
Been plenty.
Just we get cricket noises going on. Chirp, chirp, chirp.
I mean, there's just, you got to think for a second.
There's plenty of naked ones, but what are the good naked ones?
I mean, there's always the old lady naked ones. You know,
Yeah,
it's
that's just the cliche story,
Yeah.
though. You have to think back to find the good one, and that's the hard part right now.
Is there any
Because
good
there's
ones?
normal not many good ones.
No, there usually isn't.
Yeah.
Last time
It's usually
Colin,
nothing good to look at for sure.
Yeah.
I wasn't talking about when you were looking at yourself in the mirror.
That's always
That's
good to
not-
look at.
That's a great. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I just look in the mirror, and I'm like,
And like, shit, I'm still looking like that.
I don't know. You have your typical crackhead. They always seem to be mostly half naked when you.
yeah, they can't overdose whenever they're fully clothed. It's always whenever they're
You have the
hanging out halfway.
spaghetti straps, t-shirts,
Yeah,
and
random tit plopped out here
Yeah.
and there.
or the
Yeah.
booty shorts and a half ass cheek, or even a coochie lip pops out here and there.
It's like, well, I thought that was a piece of bacon.
I do know that every crackhead that overdoses seems to have an absolute hammer of a penis.
It must be in the water or in the pipe.
Or, yeah,
Hey, I don't know. I
Syringe.
think it's a bad guy thing.
probably.
I think it's a criminal thing because, like,
So
I've been in jails. I worked at the state prison for years, 3 or 4 years. So, we strip search a couple hundred people a day.
always getting you a handful.
I've seen.
huh?
See, I ain't never
No,
do that.
we strip searched them. I've seen way more dicks than I would ever prefer to do it. But
But does that mean you didn't get a handful? You have to get a handful.
no, I don't. You don't touch them when you strip search them.
That,
make
that's
them
the
pick
point.
their
Is,
own. That's a pat search. See,
oh,
damn.
is that what you just call it?
Terminology.
Can't no. But we had a midget. I've talked about it before. We had a little midget there. That's politically correct terminology, by the way. They had a little midget there. Looked like Bushwick Bill. I don't know if y'all remember him. He was this little rapper dude.
Probably way before our time.
And but anyway, if this dude would have accidentally had to amputate one of his legs, he could have put a shoe on the end of his penis and just walked with a slight limp. I mean, I'm dead serious. He was like, first time I strip searched him, and I was like, Jesus Christ, and he was like, puffed his little chest out. I mean, he could have grabbed his thing like a baseball bat.
So, in your career, have you ever told another man to get naked?
No, that seems kind of gay.
Yeah, that seems kind of gay.
No, y'all get naked with each other.
That's willingly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
but-
almost like statutory rape for you, though.
no.
So you're telling
Like I
other
said, that's
men to
when
get-
I worked in
get
a
naked.
prison.
And of all people, a midget.
Yeah.
Midget.
that's-
No, there
here,
was
come here,
there was
little
way more than
and
that. See,
hundreds
I gotta
of
say one thing.
prisoners, and
Well,
you chose the midget.
Come here,
No,
little
they were
boy.
lined up. There was probably about 100 of them you go through.
Oh,
They ain't
you
nothing
went
like
through 'em
making.
all, didn't you?
They ain't nothing like making around at night and telling another man to take another man's dick out of his mouth. So take that out your mouth.
Sounds like a normal day for a cop.
Yeah, that's what the chief says at the fire station. Y'all now look, will we having none of that homosexual stuff tonight?
No guarantees.
We'll have no with some little snap glow sticks. There will be no glow stick spinning here tonight.
No paint parties.
Those
We did
sword
have-
fights.
We did have a buddy in my academy who worked in New Orleans EMS, and they went to a prison one night. And
Well, it must have been OPP because they only have one prison over there.
well, there was a call about a prisoner who was letting other inmates insert their penis into a colostomy bag for cigarettes
Into this colostomy bag.
until his
Oh my
Into
god.
the little
little hole.
stoma hole.
Yep.
Oh,
That's
into the hole
Into the
itself.
hole itself.
Oh, I thought you meant into the bag that was
No,
full of
no, no,
shit.
no,
I'm
no,
like, that's
no.
just disgusting.
They had ejaculation into the bag. But
So they were fucking him
They were
in
fucking
his
him for
intestines, basically.
he would get cigarettes so that
It's literally your intestine, like protruding.
Yeah, like-
that is disgusting.
Talk about a new terminology to rearranging your guts.
Why? I guess he figures he wasn't gay because he wasn't fucking him in the ass. It's like,
I don't think there's a way
Must be some
around it.
damn
That's
good
pretty
cigarettes.
fucking gay.
I'd quit smoking that day.
Yeah, I don't need it anymore.
we had a guy when I worked at last sheriff's office I worked at 100 years ago. We had to bring him to the hospital because he was trading ass for cigarettes, and I guess he got a big one because it ripped him up pretty good, and he was bleeding.
I have a feeling it's more common than suspected.
Not that you have to bring him to the hospital for.
No, yeah, but I'm just saying in general.
I like how them
Ass for
guys like.
cigarettes.
It's like I'm not gay on the street. It's like, well, if you're,
It don't make a difference.
I'm not gay. He sucks my dick. It's like it's a dude. I'm sorry, you're gay. How do you feel about that, Colin? I mean, it is 2022. Being homosexual is okay now. I mean, right?
His name's Colin for a reason.
Yeah. They go balls deep. No more. That's none on there on the naked stories, right? Just
I really can't think of anything like that's just story worthy. Like I said, the typical crackhead.
Like
But
crackhead in the tree. He was naked, huh?
No, he was. He had his pants on.
Okay.
he was dispatched as naked, though, I thought.
He was dispatched as
Yeah.
naked.
Well, I mean, I guess we can go down that road.
We got dispatched for a male in a tree, and said that people were chasing him on four-wheelers and shooting at him. And sheriff's office was saying that we needed to bring the ladder truck so we could get him out of the tree. We show up, and they didn't tell us that this fucker was 400 yards off of the highway, and you can't bring the giant ladder truck, off in the mud, much less through the jungle. We got there, and this guy was about 60 feet up in a tree and screaming that people were chasing him, which, of course, nobody was. And my captain actually talked him down from jumping. He kind of came down a little bit and scurried back up, looked like a squirrel. He was very nimble, but captain ended up talking him down. A complaint got filed against EMS workers for making a joke that was completely unrelated to that guy. But
what was the joke?
I can't remember.
Somebody made an inappropriate joke and you can't remember?
Sounds like the day in the life of a firefighter.
It's just it's normal.
I still think the joke from Friday night was the best. The armed robbery.
Oh man,
We can talk about it in a second. I want to know what this inappropriate, what somebody got. I mean,
I'm trying to figure out now.
it's like, I don't know. I mean, Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack ran up a pine tree real quick.
If I'm not mistaken, this dude had no shoes on.
No shoes.
And he was walking as if he was a squirrel, just from limb to limb. He wasn't holding on to anything. He was just walking.
He was, about 60 feet up, huh? 60, 80?
I mean, the
Far enough
extension ladder wouldn't have got him.
No.
Well, at least he made it down all safe and secure.
Unfortunately.
He was afraid the mean old cop was going to beat him.
Right.
He was definitely afraid of that.
He's like, I want to jump. Go ahead. That's why I'm not on the
I don't know. That's a sound I'd like to not.
That's when a
ever
cop's
hear.
job stops and our job starts.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I got stop sticks down here to catch you.
Literally.
Though they just look like metal spikes. Don't worry about it. It's here to break your fall.
Blowout strips to blow your ass out.
Well, I mean, of course, if they'd been on TV, Silverite and them from Chicago Fire, they'd have come out and they would have had hook and ladders. They would have had like a helo hovering over that they would rappel down from and then push them over into the large airbag below.
Exactly. Because everything you see on TV is legit.
It is.
Yeah, exactly. That's why everybody thinks all the firemen look like that.
Yeah. Well, I also, I had somebody wanted me to get fingerprints off a piece of a pine fucking stick one time.
Off of a stick?
Yeah, a pine stick. We bark on it. You ain't gonna dust it for fingerprints? I'm like, it's a pine limb.
I don't think you understand how this works.
They're like, well, they do it on CSI, and I said they also solve 2 murders in an hour. It's not everything is real.
The first 48 ain't got nothing on CSI.
That is the most boring show.
I find zero interest in it.
The first 40, I can't stand
It's just like your job. It's boring. Sit in the car all day.
My job's not boring. My job's exciting, way more exciting. I mean, every now and then y'all might have a fire.
That's the exciting part. You never know what your day is going to take.
Exactly. That's what mine is, too.
I mean, you're going to go to a bunch of crackheads.
It's called Motor Cop. So
it's
you're
like
going to do
shootings. You know how many crimes are solved and bad guys are arrested on traffic stop?
By motor cops?
Yeah, I arrested somebody the other day.
That doesn't mean it's from a crime.
So it was from a crime.
I mean, what about the speeding tickets and the tent tickets?
Speeding tickets are fun.
Oh, the joke wasn't even that funny. That's why I didn't remember it. So the crackhead in the tree's girlfriend saw the EMT laughing and just lost her shit. And one of the officers asked the paramedic if they had a mattress that he could jump on. And the paramedic responded with, we barely even have a mattress on the stretcher. So
It
really wasn't that funny. But
they got in trouble for that?
yeah. The girlfriend called in a complaint.
Yeah,
But they actually got in trouble. They actually what'd you say? I was like, I'd been like, yeah. I was like, it's like he's a crackhead. She's a crackhead too. Why the fuck y'all worry about? They can't vote. She's fucking both convicted felons.
Oh, I do know that he was very upset with her because
she smoked all the crack.
No, so he actually wasn't a crackhead.
Crackheads are actually really generous when it comes to relationships.
But he had just been released from a mental hospital and was off of all of his meds, and he had a laundry list of mental health issues.
He was a nutbag.
Yeah, pretty much. But he said that his girlfriend was sleeping with the neighbor, and whenever we told her that, she said, "I'm not sleeping with him. He's black." And we were like, "All right."
Well, no, she's not, because he's a black guy. That would make it illegal. I mean,
Yeah, right.
so we now have a racist crackhead dating a crazy guy. God. Jeez. That one, I don't think somebody could get in trouble for that one. That's why, if I was a supervisor, been like, all right, thanks for calling, click. It's like, oh, you're the girlfriend of the nutbag. You're the click.
Next.
Click. Well, y'all can tell your little story that you wanted to tell.
Don't act like you don't like it.
You love it.
You love it.
You love it.
Who's gonna start it off?
Touching me. So there was a wreck on the interstate, fatality, and they had to cut the guy out of the car. Well, one of his arms was amputated, and the crew that cut him out of the car didn't take the time to look for his severed arm.
Well, they just thought it disappeared.
I guess so.
Partial ejection, I guess.
It's like just his arm flew out.
Just partial ejection. Yeah.
The crows will get it.
Anyway, they left. Record truck took the car to the record yard, and a day later, 2 days later, the family and state police was going to get personal belongings, all that stuff out of the car, and the dead guy's brother.
I was saying it was the brother.
Reached
Here's
in
my
the car
butter.
and
Here's my butter.
pulled out the arm.
The brother pulled out his brother's arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so yeah, the family of this guy, they're dealing with all these emotions and stuff.
The flies didn't give it away. It had to have them, did
You would figure
because they them big dead body flies. I know which ones I'm talking about.
Tyler knows.
Some big dead body flies. It's the big shiny ones. They're actually kind of iridescent and pretty, and they buzz around. Yeah.
But so they're dealing with all these emotions and stuff. Now they got to see their dead family member's arm. That's bad enough. But the worst part about the whole story was the tow truck driver, and it gets me every time. I can't believe it. He actually got charged and arrested.
By state police.
Yeah, by state police. What was it?
Charged him with armed robbery.
I needed to do on that one right there.
Why didn't you hit it? I know you have the soundboard up.
Armed robbery.
Armed robbery.
Yeah. Y'all, what the fuck was I going to say? I was going to say, y'all have anything people like driving over your fire hoses or fucking them up? Is that what
They try?
I've never had it happen. I've had people come close, and
and it's
somebody's usually running out and screaming, threatening to throw shit at their car.
It's pretty quick. They're stopped and turned
Particularly,
around.
Because it did damage the
A
hose
man
or
of
what?
German descent.
Yeah.
All shift supervisor.
Will it damage the hose or something?
Oh yeah, it'll pop the
it'll
hose
pop the
and
hose.
it'll fuck everything
And
up.
it's really not as big of a deal as firemen make it out to be. Like,
It's just more of a
generally
pain in the
speaking,
ass because we got to fix the problem that they just caused.
But it's I don't think it's not a big deal. He's right, but the consequences of the decision made.
The possibility of it getting.
Yeah, because you have your friends, your family, your brothers on the other side of the line, and the big hose line is what's giving you your water, and the water is obviously putting the fire out while your guys are in there. You don't want them to get hurt. You don't want anybody else to get hurt because then you're ultimately responsible, or not really, but it makes you look bad as a department. And then you just have some jackasses who don't care and think their time is way more valuable than ours.
Well, Walmart may run out of something.
It's not even shit like that. It's just, I don't want to be blocked in, so I'm just going to run over your fucking hose. Oh, okay, thanks.
Come on. I know y'all got more than two little stories.
So I ran a wreck one time.
I was about to say ran a red light.
All the time. I got yelled at by somebody for blowing through one. But
Ooh, that reminds me.
yeah. So I got dispatched for a wreck. Guy ran off in the ditch, and I pulled up. I was the first unit there, and this guy was like squatting at the front of his truck, which that's relatively normal, I guess. I don't know, but and I realized as he stood up, he was pulling his pants up. I got talking to him. He's fucked out of his mind on dope and booze, something, I don't know. And as I'm walking around the truck, I get this strong smell of shit. And I look on the ground, and this dude dropped a hammer of a turd.
A photo-worthy one.
It was like a Hallmark turd moment.
It was, yeah.
A photo-worthy.
I was like, dude, did you just shit right here? And he was like, that wasn't me.
Damn, somebody just dropped a deuce right there.
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
One morning, Colin and I were on the way to work, and two separate vehicles. We were weaving in and out of traffic on Airline Highway. I was actually behind him. I seen him in traffic, so I caught up to him. Well, there comes a point in our district where I have to go one way and he has to go another. And somebody was following us. We weren't driving too erratic, I don't think, were we?
No, I mean,
That's not what I heard.
Who
we
cares
were
what
going
you
the
heard?
speed limit, and others weren't going the speed limit, so we were just going around them.
But you could drive recklessly, weaving in and out of traffic, and be a danger.
Only if you get caught.
Sounds like
That's not, but see, that's not the
If you do
problem.
get caught, you get the firefighter's license plate to get you out of it.
But see,
Not every time.
Exactly.
Not every time.
But-
yeah, that don't work all the time.
But the problem is I was the one driving like the asshole to catch up with Colin. So we get to the said intersection in our district. I go my way. He goes his way. Was it about 8 o'clock that morning?
Oh, I got called into the chief's office. And,
Big chief?
Big chief.
Big
damn.
chief.
Big chief.
The big chief.
I wasn't there for this part.
There's
so
a
you
reason
tell
we
your
call
part.
him the big chief.
For a complaint about reckless firefighters driving to work. And, respectively said, Chief, I'm not quite sure what you're talking about. And he's telling me about this individual who called the station and had a complaint that my truck was driving recklessly down Airline Highway, and they followed me to the
So they were
station.
driving recklessly behind you?
See, this has happened to me twice.
That's
and
how
both
I feel
times I'm
about
like,
it.
if I'm driving reckless and you're keeping up with me,
So you're driving
then you're
reckless.
driving just as reckless
Yeah.
as
Not
I
like
am.
when a cop pulls you over for speeding or something.
Well, who has to flip a U-turn to catch back up to you, to catch you for speeding?
Yeah, right.
Don't work like that.
So yeah, I got that thrown against me, and they didn't write me up or anything, but they
It's your personal shit.
But they followed him to
followed
the
me
station.
to the station.
How did they know you wasn't in a hurry to get over there to drop an unwanted baby off?
Or take a shit.
Morning shit's
Morning
worse.
shit's hit.
Well, I'm just saying. But you're in your personal shit, so it ain't like you're driving a department-issued vehicle or nothing like that.
Yeah,
There's
It's like-
nothing that anybody can do.
I think that's why nothing ever came of it.
Give you a stern talking.
Yeah, I'm like, look, you know. After that, I'd be like, that's fine. What do y'all wear, a button-up or a polo shirt?
We wear polos.
All right, I just wouldn't have that polo shirt on until I got out my vehicle.
The best part is whenever the caller described the vehicle, it was clearly
At the time, we
my
drove
fucking truck.
We drove two completely different model trucks. Like there was no there's no way you could
Boy,
mistake
it'd be
it.
a motherfucker if they called in now.
Yeah, pick your poison.
Yeah.
We got three different shades.
It was a gray F-150.
But I would, like I said, to me, it's your personal shit. You wasn't on duty. You wasn't in their vehicle. So there's basically nothing to me personally I could do something about it.
Yeah, he was driving a gray F-150 and he went to this station off of this road. And nobody over here drives that truck, but I know somebody who drives that truck. He ain't here.
So yeah.
Damn fire.
He's looking through photos, I'm guessing, trying to find a story.
Is it photos?
Trying to find the
those
hurricane extrication.
those men that you talk to from other
man.
countries are not real. Don't get catfished. Okay, Colin.
Hey.
Hey, bro. I've been having to deal with that a lot, getting back in the Tinder game.
Hey,
recently.
man. The single life, though.
It's all the time.
Well, how's your Grinder account doing?
It's doing pretty good.
Okay.
Just ask
I get 3 or 4 likes a day.
anybody touch the butthole yet?
One.
Oh,
It's just
Just one.
off a grinder, not Tinder.
oh.
We already went over.
So what about the girl from the other
Wax
night?
the
That's going
girl.
to be a no. You fucked that up or what?
To be determined.
She said she had fun.
She did have fun.
I came home this morning. I couldn't park in my fucking driveway.
She was still there. She spent the night.
Yeah, and her dog.
She came back with her dog.
Yeah.
Oh, she's moving in, motherfucker. She
the
looking for a
fuck
place.
she is.
Yeah.
She seemed cool. She definitely talks way more than previous.
Yeah, and if
Yeah,
you
house guest.
you hook up, you might can get the rest of your waxing
roommate.
done.
Wait, I got another appointment for all that. They call it a brozillion.
A bros. Shut up.
Swear to God.
Do they wax your nutsack?
Oh yeah.
It's gotta hurt.
I don't think
know,
it's
bro.
I
pleasurable
would just
unless you're
leave
into
mine.
that kind
can't
of
imagine it.
I would just
I
leave
swear
mine
to
fuzzy.
God,
I don't care.
I cannot
see.
imagine it hurting more than the little bit of my chest that she did.
No, I can guarantee you. I bet let them do your butthole.
No, fuck no. So, she does this for a living. I'm not doing
no.
that.
She saw my butthole. She waxed my butt and couldn't. She said, "You want to go out, big boy?"
It's a new story.
But she said, believe it or not, that hurts less than
Your butthole?
Yeah.
How does she
Like
know
your
from
butthole, your
experience?
tank. She does this for a living.
But I understand. But
Also
how
never
does she
to-
know?
I mean, based off people's reactions, she might get it done. I don't know.
You didn't ask. I'd have asked.
We know you would ask. That's why we never went down that road.
I would have asked.
But
Asked or asked.
Both.
who the fuck are you to be talking about the way somebody pronounces something or types
The reason
something?
I did that was the pun on the fucking
I don't.
word
You know
asshole.
what? You know what? I really don't care because I work with a bunch of. Well, I used to work with a bunch of guys. One of them, his mom's an English teacher, and I think he thinks he's an English teacher. And that motherfucker always send me asterisks by shit. And I told him, I said, send me more. I collect them motherfuckers like a bank does.
That's me and Cole.
That's all they fucking do to my text. But you know what? They all understand what the fuck I'm trying
I'm
to
like,
say.
y'all know
So
what
it
the
doesn't
fuck I'm
matter.
saying.
Come to
Yeah,
the point where
yeah.
we just understand what he's saying. Like, even
Or
though-
you can do what I do once I get pissed off, and if I just go on the internet and find a random picture of a cock, and I'll send that to them in a text message too. So,
It's kind of
we just use our own. We don't Google.
yeah, but if you do that, they'd be able to see it.
it's kind of like trying to listen to our good buddy old Boom Howard trying to talk on.
It's like, it's like, oh, what's that? Oh, I thought that was a turtle head in the shit. Nope, that's just colon.
We would have Boomhauer on here, but you wouldn't be able to understand him.
So, did you find what you were looking for, colon?
I just wanted to refresh my memory how it went down, but yeah, we had a.
How did you go down? Was
oh,
it
it
slowly?
was-
I mean,
it was
It
a
started-
did you
started-
circle
it
the
started
nipples
slow.
first, or
It was a very long,
Started slow,
lengthy.
and
it was long and lengthy?
Oh yeah.
I hope you didn't choke
then a
on
very
it.
anticlimactic finish too.
Kind of like the turtle.
My eyes are burning.
But
Look at that.
Which one was? All right, we got one story.
Yeah,
Tell
go
let's
ahead.
tell the one story.
so this was during the last hurricane. I don't remember what hurricane.
Ida.
And that was a long
It's a long 48.
48.
48?
I was on like a.
Me and this fucker were there for like
I was
7 days.
I was
with
there
no
for 12.
overtime.
I added up. I had 12 days straight at the station.
All shift swaps.
Yeah.
all shift swaps.
I
we got
royally,
ass fucked on that
royally
one.
fucked myself on that one.
I enjoyed the overtime.
I bet you did. Must be nice.
But
Over there at the vacation station the entire time too.
Ran the most fucking calls in the
Get outta here,
department. Eat my
bullshit.
ass. Anyways,
so this was I guess the night the storm hit.
Yeah.
yeah.
We got paged out for a tree on a house, and
People trapped.
this trailer park is very well known, and we go here frequently. But this was different, and we've never ran this person before. But we get there, and the road's blocked, so we can't get to it from the main road access that we normally take. And the interstate was shut down, so we went that way. Actually, I'm gonna back up a little bit because
Oh yeah. Yeah.
This
Tell
is-
them how
this
you
is-
got ass fucked in this.
this was probably the worst. Like, I've never done anything like this. Probably never will in my career. But we were just chilling at the station, and
Nothing good had happened yet.
yeah,
The
it was
just
storm was still
starting to get
hitting.
bad.
We'd stopped running calls just because of the wind.
Third round of Mario Kart.
Wahoo.
We were actually playing putt putt.
We were playing putt
Putt-putt.
putt. Yeah, we had
set
a
up
long lengthy
solo
putt.
cups around the station.
Yeah, so we were playing 18
Cool.
holes, and God, I was not on.
I wish.
Our chief came in and asked,
I love putt-putt.
putt putt's fun.
It is.
He
but-
just sucks at golf, so that's why he just
He
hates
does
it.
suck at
But
golf.
he likes
Really
playing
good.
with cornholes.
Yeah, he does.
He's on the whole
He's a
cornhole team,
fanatic.
Pretty
Yeah.
fucking good at it.
especially when 58 cream corn.
It's like corn. Sorry, TikTok got in my head.
Our chief comes in and he asks, who wants to take a ride? Well, me and my buddy here, we went at it, and we tried to, because we were just driving each other mad, sitting in the station, not doing anything. And finally, our chief.
After about 5 days of being together, it was
it was chaotic. So I won basically, and we played the old-fashioned rock paper scissors, best 2 out of 3.
Bullshit. No, you pulled seniority.
That's
you
right.
piece of shit.
That's right. I did. Yeah.
Had been at this department longer, but somehow he had seniority on me.
That's amazing.
Full term.
So we had
Trained him from the ground up.
There's a we, not a you.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you weren't there. So
It doesn't matter.
So basically, our chief needed help with a recovery of a body, and
you actually wanted to go to this because sometimes those can be pretty nasty.
oh, this one was very
This one
interesting.
sounded really cool.
It was
a tree fell on
tree
somebody.
fell on somebody as they were getting out of their vehicle.
To
So
walk into their house.
It was a recent dead body. It wasn't like a floater.
No.
or nothing like
No.
that.
It was recent. But the problem was Acadian. I guess I can say that, right?
Yeah. Statewide.
Yeah. So they stopped responding, so we couldn't get a body bag. Well, the sheriff's department had to go to the hospital and pick up a body bag, and that took, I don't know, it was probably 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
This dude was just laying in the front yard, family inside the house.
Covered him up with a tarp.
Covered him up with a tarp. And
Good old blue tarp.
Y'all originally left.
yeah, they originally had left, and then
Yeah, they
whenever
went
Chief
and
was
saw-
asking for us, that's whenever they, were able to get a body bag, and they were heading that way. So we went, and
Why don't you just stop and pick up some of them heavy duty black garbage bags?
I don't know if,
Everything was closed.
yeah,
Just break in.
I mean, you can, but it's
we're firefighters. That's y'all's job. So we get there, get the body in the body bag. Well, the next problem comes up. Acadian ain't running calls. They can't transport.
Throwing back fire truck.
The corner ain't running calls.
Throwing back fire truck.
The sheriff said,
So-
"Shit, I ain't doing that."
That's what we did. We cleared out the back of the chief's vehicle, and we threw a body bag in the back of the vehicle.
I
And
didn't fucking know that.
we transported a dead body in the back of a fire chief's vehicle.
Y'all seen that cheetah in my front yard? That bronze cheetah? Yeah. It got transported in a fire truck so it wouldn't fit in my unit.
You're welcome.
You wasn't there.
Well, a firefighter did it. Cop sure didn't do it.
Well, because
sure
I
did
tried.
save that
and
day.
the chief showed him to. Well, baby, look, I'm so nice. I looked at him. I said, I just wait till your fucking ass left. Threw it in there anyway. I mean, just.
So we basically loaded the body up, and we transported it to the morgue, and we did our thing. Well, we were coming back, and that's whenever this tree on a house call came out, and
Which, by the way, I'm really glad that I didn't.
it
win
turned into a backfire on my part
because
because I
they
got
left to go get that body.
it was like 11
They
o'clock.
were gone for
All
most
night.
of the night, and I'm sitting at the station, just twiddling my thumbs
Yeah,
while he's out there being miserable, getting rained
so-
on and shit.
We
Watching 90 Day Fiance.
Bachelorette.
Fiance. Bachelor. Oh, God, I can't
remember.
stand that show. Shit.
They originally got paged out for it, but they couldn't make access because the tree was down and power lines, so they weren't able to access the trailer park. So, chief I was with, and we were with another firefighter, and we decided that we would make entry off the interstate,
Cross through a canal. and-
cross through a canal, and
Hold on,
Part
you gotta say you're back to the dude in the trailer.
We're back to the story with dude in the
Yeah,
truck.
'cause you just
Because this guy jumped from one story
Yeah.
to another.
You're
No
skipping all over the
context.
place. You got my
This is
people
why
all
you're on the
messed
second
up.
tier of the friend level. Piece of shit.
So which one we at? Was this
So
the
we
guy
dro-
that got
I
smushed,
said-
or just
I
another guy that got
Recover-
smushed?
recovery was done.
was done.
Okay,
We
so it's another
transported the
call.
body to the morgue, and then
Okay.
after that was done, we were heading back to the station, and that's whenever we decided that we were going to go try access, this house with people trapped.
Don't y'all have
I mean-
chainsaws?
Yeah.
Power company wouldn't come out and kill the power lines, so we can't cross over that.
They wasn't hot. They were still hot.
Yo,
Fuck if I know.
I mean, I ain't touching it.
They might have been dead as shit, but I wasn't going to find out.
So we find where we got to go in through the woods right off the interstate, and we get up to the trailer and we get the two occupants out of the house, and once we get them out, they tell us that our son is in the back. So they tell us that he's handicapped, and we're like, okay, well, we'll go see if we can get him out if he's hurt or anything like that. Well, handicap,
It's a broad term.
broad term.
What type? When I say hot, what kind of handicap? Were they autistic? Are they?
It was not
Or
mental.
Are
at
they
any point.
quadriplegic?
No,
or what?
This dude weighed about close
I think it was
to
580. Is
580,
what the
580 pounds.
So he wasn't handicapped.
And
He was
we,
just
and we didn't know this.
he wasn't
They-
handicapped. He was just fat.
yeah.
Yeah, Just
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See, I don't consider that handicap. You're just a fat fuck at that point.
See,
Exactly.
But
And I'm not trying to be mean to anybody out there. If you have family members like that, look, I'm not the skinniest motherfucker in the world. But you know what? When I start gaining too much weight and realizing I'm like, oh, I better stop eating this fucking shit, and I watch what I eat and shit. If you let yourself get to 500 and something fucking pounds where you can't physically walk, I'm sorry if y'all think I'm not PC. Y'all know I'm not PC. That's your own fucking fault.
100%.
That's your fault.
100%.
Put the fucking Doritos down and start doing some kind of exercise, okay? I mean, no, I mean
burritos.
I mean, I'm just saying, if you get that fucking fat, that's your fault.
Yeah.
I mean, because
sure.
look, when I hit 300 pounds, I was like, oh no. And you know, and I'm almost 52. It's harder for me to lose weight. Y'all can probably think about it and do it.
Shit.
Damn, you're old.
wish.
Motherfucker, I'm probably still in better shape than you. So,
Fuck off.
you know, especially if I get back in the
He
gym.
called Fluffy for no reason.
It came from the mustache.
It came from
so
his
they
porn
say.
mustache. But I'm just saying, for everybody there, I'm not. Fuck it. I guess I am being. Fuck your feelings. If you're 500 something pounds, can't walk, you're not handicapped. You're just fucking fat. But go on.
So the family declined to tell us that their son was physically handicapped and not able to,
He
walk
wasn't
on his own.
physically. He wasn't physically handicapped. He was just fat.
Fat. I mean, they labeled that as a.
It's like they just fucking. It's like they just feeding this motherfucker like he's the pet dog or something.
So we get back into the back. We go around the tree and we get to make access into the back of the house or the back of the trailer.
Hold on. To paint this picture, the front half of the trailer, so the tree fell pretty much.
So he's in a mobile home.
He's in a mobile home.
Well,
And it fell into the
he
center.
probably can't get out the fucking door of a mobile home.
We'll get to that. That's fucked.
So normally he can, but he hasn't left the house, and I forget how long they had said. But
But the front of the trailer.
No, I said when a
tree
big
fell
sliding
out,
glass door.
They had one.
they had one, but it was covered by the tree.
But so the tree fell about in the middle of the trailer, and the front half of the trailer was like 6 foot off the ground. Like it bent the frame, and the front half where they got the mom and dad out was about 6 foot off the ground. The back half where this guy was at was perfectly fine, with the exception of the tree blocking his exit.
So we get back there, and again, we have no idea what we're fixing to walk into, and we open a window or I don't remember what it was, but we get into the house, make patient contact, and we're kind of like, oh well, fuck us, because
Smelled
this
it before you
is
saw him
this is not going to be an easy one.
Bed sores.
Oh,
Yeah, bed sores.
with maggots in them.
Yeah, it was disgusting. No AC, no power, so like you could just imagine this.
They didn't have power before the storm,
No, they did.
They did, but it was just.
but he still had bed sores with maggots in it.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't able to get up.
Yeah, but they could roll them or something.
That
Bed,
was a
look, if anybody
suggestion.
out there don't know what bed sores are, I don't suggest you Google it. I went to college to be
fuck
a
that.
more.
Google it.
I went to college to be a mortician and stuff like that.
Too.
Bed sores is basically where your body starts rotting while you're still alive, and it'll go down to the bones, and it stinks like a dead body, basically.
Like
but you're still
rot.
Rotting
alive.
Like rot.
And to have maggots in it's even worse. But the maggots were probably actually keeping him healthier by eating the infection. But
So
Doesn't make me feel any better.
Fuck no.
So our chief asked for, a report, what we got, what we need, and all that. Well, the way we thought about it was this dude obviously can't stay in this house because there's nothing left of it, and no power, no food, no water, nothing. So we were going to plan on getting him out. And so we called the other engine and got some more manpower to kind of get a game
We
plan
knew we
together
were gonna have to. We needed a bunch of hands to move
get this dude
guy.
out, because it was just, we needed tools, we needed manpower, because this wasn't going to be an easy one.
6 people ain't gonna pick him up.
No,
Especially not in these conditions.
No,
because it was still, wind
I don't
and
think
rain
I-
was still
we were-
kind of active. So
I don't
it
think a
wasn't-
regular gurney would hold him.
No, you know.
We had to call a bariatric unit.
So
That's
the
the
other,
politically
the other
correct
unit
term
gets
for
there,
fucking
and
fat.
so now we
you're
got
wondering.
a whole bunch of chiefs and very little Indians, and everybody's got to, let's do this, let's do that. And
Hold on. No. Fuck
No,
you.
no,
Fuck
no,
you.
no,
No. We
So
were going to
what
tell
was-
the story correctly.
No, you're gonna pause.
So
Cut his mic off. So
we had
we had a game plan, to get this dude out of this house. Well, the other engine shows up, and certain individual was on this
I'm
engine.
glad you said
and
that. You had a plan to get him out of the house. You didn't have fuck for all after that.
Can we go back to Mr. Wright?
How did we access that trailer? We accessed it through a fucking
You didn't access
canal.
shit because
Yes,
you went
I
home
did.
the next
Talking to
morning.
your fucking mic.
So anyway,
hold on.
we
No.
No,
Shit.
no.
So we had to access this off of the interstate, cross a ditch that was pretty much a
He's
canal.
missing the point where
hit
they had to get out of
a
bed
barbed
and
wire
get wet.
fence,
Is there an echo?
and then
I think we've
walk
heard this already.
a fucking mile to this trailer.
No,
So that
it
we
wasn't
could
a
have gotten
mile.
him out of the trailer. That was no problem. The problem was, what are we going to do with this son of a bitch now that we have him out in the middle of a Category 4 hurricane?
So the way half of us looked at it was
There was 3 or 2.
3 and 3. There was
That
3 on the
looked like
engine and
that.
there was 3 with us. That makes 6. That's
We had
half.
3 on
Anyway,
the engine, 2 on the tanker.
So
Yeah.
you had 2 on the engine and 1 on the tanker. That's still
3 on the engine, 2
I'm
on
going
the
to get my
tanker.
spray out.
Anyway,
Hey, you two.
so half of us we're thinking, all right, this is not a very stable living environment. Anything could happen. This tree could shift and crush him. So our priority was
with.
Sound like he could shift and crush the tree.
Yeah,
no shit, exactly. So we wanted to get him out of that trailer, and the neighbors next to them
And-
were
and what?
able to. They were able to line up, or he knows them somehow. We were going to try to get him into that trailer because obviously a tree wasn't on it.
except the tree was hanging over that trailer.
But the awning on this other house had a shovel
Propping up the
propping
roof.
up the roof. So we're thinking one step on the ground, and earthquake's going to happen, and this trailer's just going to come down in pieces. So we ultimately decided that we were going to leave this individual in this trailer and come back the next morning
Just
whenever we were able
Throw
to get.
food at him.
Not my problem.
So the whole thing with that was we could have gotten him out, but we're moving him into a trailer. We don't know these people. They weren't there. They had evacuated, so we don't have approval from them. And then when you put somebody that weighs almost 600 pounds on the porch that's held up by a shovel, that's a recipe for disaster. Well, after much deliberation and some colorful adjectives thrown in, the higher-ups decided, yes, we're going to leave him in this trailer because the part of the trailer he was in was stable enough to not risk moving him.
And he
getting one
said
of
he
us
was
hurt.
fine. He said he
Yeah.
was, he wasn't
Yeah.
hurt or anything, and he was fine.
Him and
staying
his
till the next
maggots
morning.
could
Yeah,
just
him
good.
and his
Yeah.
maggots were grooving.
So, that's what we did.
You could just feel those, just like
Oh, it was.
So we were
smell
up. We ended up being up all night.
Yeah,
for the storm.
we got back to the station probably about like 5 o'clock, and
Yeah, later than that, I think.
Probably closer to
probably
6 maybe.
Climbed in bed probably at 5:30, and then at 6,
Our
the
chief
came
wanted-
beating on the door saying, "Hey, we
Yeah.
need to get out and do surveys for the sheriff's office so they can find out which roads are closed."
so we were able to get back, shower up, and literally crawl in bed to get right back up. So the day went on, and we had gone throughout the district, and then they got a call about getting this guy out, and they were able to clear the roadway. So we got the tools, the equipment, and manpower back
It was
there.
probably about 2
It
o'clock
was,
in the
yeah,
afternoon.
2 o'clock in the afternoon or something like that.
After being up for over 36 hours.
Yeah,
and,
easily.
And then having to go deal with that shit again. And so we got there. We called. We had a rookie academy going on at the time, and I forget how many we grabbed, but it was probably about
Probably 12
10
of them.
Then 10 or 12 rookies that are still in the academy, super fresh. And we're like, "You want to find out if you want to be a fireman or not?
Here we go.
Come smell this."
well, we get called every now and then to go help with them
Yeah, but
big
cop
fat people
removals and
too. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I got called 3 or 4 years ago. This man got released from the hospital. They get there. He's in his personal car. His wife had driven. They get there. Well, his house is off the ground. They want us to help get him into the house. Well, he can't walk. And they just got this wheelchair. I'm like, oh, he's fucking.
Did y'all tell them it was just a
Shit
bad
out of
idea?
luck.
Well, I pulled him. I got him out the vehicle, barely, and got him in a wheelchair. I'm like, there's no way I can get this man up there. I mean, he was a good 350 or so, 400 pounds, and probably about 6'4". So he's a big guy. So I had the Acadian come over because I know they got one of them that's got one of them chairs for the stairs.
Yeah, the stair chair.
And they get there and say, well, these are made for going downstairs. I said, well, we're about to find out if it works going up. And it did because they're like, oh, these only go, no. If it goes down, we're going to reverse this shit or something.
We can make it work.
But we did. We used that stair chair and got his ass back up there. There's a picture floating around somewheres. I don't know. Somebody still got it. When we were getting them in this, they were wealthy people, way wealthier than I am anyway. Big fancy house. I was helping him get into the bed. Well, big guy, like being bigger than I am. While I was doing it, I slipped, so I fell in the bed with him. So I was basically laying next to this man in bed. Somebody decided to take a picture of it.
Sounds like a typical night at home.
Yeah,
Back to the midget search.
But them just for y'all future reference, those chairs will go upstairs also.
Remember I think it was you and me that went when Acadian got stuck off of that rural road that just turns into a cattle pasture.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's a road locally here that it's a road for a little bit, and then you cross this cattle guard, and then it's a fucking dirt road. It almost connects back to.
I know exactly what road you're talking about, because you can't get all the way back to the other road.
Correct. So Acadian decided that their GPS was taking them down this said road.
Yeah, I mean, once they get to the part that says parish maintenance ends, and you see like large, it's like not really a road.
Right.
Hint,
that's a good time to turn around.
Hint would be, let's turn around. I know which road, because during one of the hurricanes, I forget which one it was, they had a Blue Cross ambulance got stuck back there, and they sent me, and I was like, I can't reach it. I can't get there.
What do you want me to do?
So they had a patient. They had a seizure patient, I believe it was. Well, they fucking called us. They called the fire department back out there to go help them transfer the patient from the stuck ambulance way the fuck up in the woods
miles
to the unstuck ambulance at the end of the road again, and that was a fun little fucking day. But they were almost there. They could see the road, but I guess whenever they started hitting the fucking canals,
but the problem was before they got to the main road right here, that large looks like a big giant mud puddle.
Yeah.
It's about 6 feet deep.
The pond.
Because we've actually had like people go in it and have to go in and rescue them from drowning. It's so deep, they wouldn't have made it through.
No, not at all. But
GPS, they go that way.
It was an ambulance with 25-inch tires.
Yeah, it was an out of town unit. Still, nonetheless, I don't know at what fucking point you realize, man, that cattle grade 3 miles back there should have been like, a clue.
Hint, hint.
Yeah.
FBI would call it.
Yeah, they have a big sign that says parish maintenance ends. I think they got it gated off now where people can't go.
Maybe.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I think because it's actually private property.
Yeah.
I didn't know that part of it.
Yeah, it's actually private property.
The property owner refuses to have it go all the way through.
Yeah, because to avoid shit like that.
He's the one that dug the big ass hole that people keep drowning in. Well, they put concrete barricades. People are dragging them out the way and shit. So he said, "I'll fix this shit. I'm gonna dig Lake Mead in the middle of the road." And people are like, "Oh." But yeah, it's private property.
Trying to look through photos. Give me some stories.
Can't drag that canal out the way.
No, I know exactly which road you're talking about.
You got this one. This will be a good little story to tell. Hell, who was it that we were talking to? It was you. Was it the other night that we were talking to? Off the interstate. I came off the interstate. Yeah, because he was talking about the matter.
Yeah.
I think it was brain matter, huh?
What, the one that I worked over there? No, it wasn't brain matter. It was pieces of this guy.
Ground meat.
Just stuck in a tree. And the next, 2 days later, my lieutenant calls and says, the family's out there in there. Did you leave? I'm like, there's pieces. They probably do have pieces of this guy stuck in a tree. I'm like, but I said, the squirrels or some shit again. I'm not going out there and picking every little piece of chunk out of this dude out. I mean.
So he just showed me a picture. We had
it was the cliche rescue.
Yeah,
I would say
we got to called for a reported extrication, and that was all the information that we got originally. So extrication, we're going to cut somebody out of a car or something like that. And while we were en route, they updated us and said that a woman had her leg stuck in a chair. Some drunk bitch
stuck in a chair.
It was a metal patio chair. and she was drunk and trying to show off for all of her kids' younger friends, and her leg slipped through the chair. So, let me see the picture. I can't remember how exactly the chair
That's
was.
plastic, right?
No, that's a wrought iron like metal chair.
Why didn't somebody just get some something and just break it?
I don't think
anybody there was smart enough to do it.
It was like this mom and like a whole bunch of high school.
She got some
kids.
big. She's kind of a chunky girl. I don't know why she just shoved her legs up in there.
But we got there and looked at her and we're like, yeah, we're actually gonna have to cut you out of this fucking chair. That's not what I thought I'd be doing on my Saturday morning, but yeah, here we are. So in front of all these little high schoolers, we had to go get all the tools and stuff and cut this lady out of her chair.
You know the best part about all that was, right? They recognized your last name because they all went to school with your little brother.
Yeah.
Are you so and so's brother?
We had people call one time. I talked about it on one of the shows, but they called. They had like some cheap ass fair handcuffs or something, and I guess him and his girlfriend or wife, whatever, decided to be kinky and cuffed her to the bed naked, and realized they didn't have a key to get it open, so they sent me over there. You know, 'cause I'm a cop, got a handcuff key, and I go over there and I'm like, I look at it, I'm like, yeah, these are not real. They were metal, but they're not like regulation handcuffs. They had some kind of funky, key from Zimbabwe or some shit they had.
I don't think they make things in Zimbabwe.
They did these handcuffs. That's why I never key to it. I ended up having to call the fire department and say, y'all bring me some bolt cutters over here and have to cut them out.
Let's see, looking for more photos. Me and old Colin made a hell of a stop in an apartment fire.
Hold on before you start that one. Look, we're right at an hour. We're going to do part 2, okay? So I'm going to end this one here, and then we're going to kick back up with the second part. So everybody that wants to hear the rest of these stories from the Fireman invasion at the clubhouse over here.
Just give us our nickname. Give us our nickname. It's the Three Goons.
No, Goons.
Goons, exactly.
Yeah. But everybody, like I said, go like and subscribe, and remember to smile, because the Iceman could always be behind you. Y'all come back next week and hear the rest of it.